Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sam and I'm on a weight loss journey, weight loss and well-being journey. I have been most of the year and I'm getting on to for losing 5.5 stone now. That's quite a lot, isn't it? I am shrinking right before your very eyes. So I did my challenge, my 100-mile challenge, which I did to raise awareness and funds for Guideposts Trusts and Guideposts Information Services. I smashed it. I was supposed to do 100 miles over 10 days, so 10 miles a day. And I, in fact, did 125 miles, which is crazy. I mean, that's loads, isn't it? I had ups and downs during it. The first day wasn't too bad. The second day was awful. I've got the days here, just little snippets from bits of the days, because obviously I didn't want to make the video too long and bore you guys to death. But there's a few snippets of like the highs and lows of my 100-mile challenge. I'm really proud of myself and I've almost hit the target. I wanted to raise £500 and we're at 450 at the moment. We're actually at 470 because one of my friends has given me £20, which I will add to the pot. So if you haven't donated yet, it isn't too late. It's actually open and running up until right until the end of the year. So if you haven't donated yet and you would like to, and I would really like you to, even if you get there and it's over £500, donate. It's for such a very good cause. And I worked so very hard, so please donate. And to everybody that has donated, thank you very much. It's so appreciated and it makes me feel very proud of you all and very proud of myself. It's all good feelings. So thank you very much. Coming up in the video, we've got, it's about 12 minutes long. It's the shortest I could make it without losing too much. So, you know, if you don't want to watch it, that's fair enough. But it just goes through the highs and lows of walking 125 miles within a 10-day period. There's a few moments where I had some horrible anxiety and I actually overcome that and I went places that I wouldn't normally go because I get panic attacks. So I'm quite proud of myself on that one as well. And you can see that coming up. At the end of each segment of days, you'll see my Fitbit like screen from the day. The people that have been following my Instagram and Facebook, it's going to be different to what I uploaded on those days because Fitbit runs from midnight to midnight. And I've done that. I've used the end of the full day on this particular video. Whereas I uploaded the day about 8 o'clock at night when I was actually doing the 100 miles a day. I'm not doing that. Crikey. I don't think I could do that. No. So yeah, I uploaded it about 8 o'clock. So there'd be still a few hours of me burning calories and walking steps. So that's where the difference will be. Also, like there looks like there could be discrepancies in how many steps I take, to how far I went and to how many calories burnt. But, you know, it is a Fitbit. It's not exact, precise science. And also when I'm pushing the buggy, it doesn't kind of count every single step. So perhaps if I did 27,000 steps and I walked 13 miles, and on another day it said I walked 29,000 steps and I walked 13 miles, it's probably because I was pushing the buggy less. Also, with the day that I burnt 4,400 calories, I'm like, whoa, that's the day I really, really struggled actually. And you'll see that coming up. That was a killer. Everything hurt. It was all right to start with, but after a couple of miles, my thighs was seizing up and I kept getting cramp in my butt. I was like, wow, I'm actually getting bum muscles, you know, come on. But it was quite painful. So, and it was only the next day when I walked the same route, but I walked the opposite direction, did I notice that I was walking downhill for probably 4 or 5 miles. So the previous day where I burnt off 4,400 calories, I was actually walking uphill. It was a very slight hill, but it was for miles. And also I pushed the buggy a lot that day, up hills, and the buggy is heavy with baby in it. So that's why I ended up burning off so many calories. Yeah, my weight went up and down I didn't want to weigh myself every day, but I kind of did in the end. You know, after the first 3 days, I jumped on the scale and I was expecting to have lost half a stone, you know, and I hadn't. I'd actually put weight on, and I was thinking, hang on a minute, what's going on here? But I did get a little bit carried away because, you know, I'd looked at my Fitbit screen and I saw that I was burning off so many thousands of calories. Normally I burn off about 2,500 to 3,000 calories, depending on how active I've been. And here I am burning off 3,500 to 4,500 calories. I'm like, hey, give me some sausage rolls and chocolate. Give it to me. So I did, for the first couple of days, I did get a little bit carried away and have fun eating. So that's probably why my weight went up. And I soon thought, hang on a minute, you need to stop that right now. Otherwise you're kind of wasting your time. So after a rest day, I had weighed myself and took my measurements. And as you can see, the power of walking, and considering I did have a few junk food days in there, and certainly on my last day, I ate loads of chocolate, vegan, of course, but yeah, and vegan sausage rolls, they are my favorite, like junk food. Normally I'm like Buddha bowls and fruit and all that, but you know, I thought I'd have a little treat because I bloody deserved it. Even with a few treat days in there, I still managed to lose a fair amount of weight, as you can see. So I'm quite pleased with that. That actually means I've only got a very few pounds to go now until I'm like NHS BMI scale, not classed as overweight anymore. I think that is 11 stone 11 is what is the maximum weight I should be for a healthy weight. So I really don't have very far to go, do I? So that's very good. Obviously, I don't want to be 11 stone 11. I'd quite like to get to 10.5 stone, but we'll see. You know, it's not something I'm going to be obsessed about. It'll just be nice to be not classed as overweight or obese or anything anymore. It's been such a long time. If you've been following me, you know it's been about 15 years that I've been obese for, and you know I'm not anymore. I'm very wobbly though, and I'm really saggy. Just say, it's not exactly what I wanted. You know, I wanted to have like a supermodel body, obviously, and like boobs up here and a butt up here. And as it turns out, my boobs are really saggy and I've got a flat bum. As you can see, the brackets where I've lost weight, I've lost it from everywhere basically, which is great. But, you know, I did do a maintenance for a couple of weeks where, you know, I just maintained, and I did actually maintain. I ended up losing about 0.2 pounds in that time. So I did a very good job at maintaining. And I've lost a lot of weight doing this walk. I was initially concerned about weight gain, but once I gave myself a rest and got rid of that high sodium food, yeah, I've lost weight. It's all good. Just got to keep on going. But I'm not going to be walking 13 miles a day. It was fun, and it was nice to be raising money for something so amazing. And it was good to feel part of something. And I want to say thanks to Joe for coming with me. And it did like spur me on and keep me going. And my sister came with me. Tanya from Guideposts came with me for a few walks as well. And we walked around and looked at all the Christmas lights. I did want to put that in this video, but it would be too long. You can go to my Facebook page, the Sam's 100 Mile Challenge, and you can see the Christmas lights videos there if you want to. Whitney does look pretty good. I want to say thanks to my parents, actually. My mum especially. She literally was Lizzie's mum for the whole 10 days because I can't take a 1-year-old, you know, she's only 13 months old, to walk around for 13 miles a day. She did come for a few miles in a buggy, but of course she's going to get tired, she's going to get bored, hungry, blah, blah, blah. It would be very unfair. So my mum looked after her, and an amazing job she did. So I just want to say thanks, Mum. And you made such a lovely Christmas wreath as well for the light switch on for my sister, organised Whitney lights to be switched on, everyone to do it in their own homes because of COVID. And my mum made a lovely wreath, which you can see here. This is the lovely wreath that my mummy made, my lovely mummy. It's all homemade. It's, apart from the lights, everything is biodegradable. So it's environmentally friendly. Good job, Mama. Yeah, it was lovely. And yeah, you did such a great job, Mum. I love you very much. So this is just a small token of my appreciation. Here are my mother's Fitbit screens for the days that I walked the 100-mile challenge. As you can see, she was very, very active as well. She came for some walks with me, but a lot of that was just looking after my daughter. And she's 73 years old. Not my daughter, my mum. She's an amazing woman. If she can do it, you guys can do it too. Coming up now is like little snippets from each day of the 10 days, and after each day is my Fitbit screen, and you can see how many calories I burnt, how many steps I did, how many miles I did. It's not too late to donate. It's not too late to donate. Do you like my Christmas jumper, by the way? Hey! Merry Christmas from Sonic and me. I thought I'd get a bit festive. Yes, it's not too late to donate, so please do. That would be marvellous. So I'm going to wrap things up here. I've got an idea for my next video, but it's just an idea at the moment. So I am aware that it's been a fortnight since my last video, but walking 13 miles a day, I have not had time to do it. Well, other than the filming I did for this particular video, I haven't had time to do anything else really, you know, because I've got baby to take care of in between all the walking and everything else. It's been pretty crazy, but I'll go back to once a week videos. And yeah, so I'll see you, lovely lot, next week. Mwah! Don't hate. Thank you. Here we go then. This is the morning of day 1 of my 100-mile challenge. Well, I'm not sure how good idea walking downhill was, because it's a bit slippery. There's fallen leaves and mud everywhere. That would be great, wouldn't it? Get an injury on the first morning. But I'm just being really careful. Got my cup of coffee from the coffee shed. Lovely oat latte. It's very nice. I've nearly drank it though. So I've got to bring water with me today. I'm so prepared, aren't I? But yeah, there's lots of everywhere. I was actually going to go across Langle Common, but my anxiety always peaks when I'm there for some reason. I think it's because I used to live there, and I used to get really bad panic attacks, kind of going from A to B, and I always panicked going across Langle. So I think it's just kind of reminding me, my brain is like, don't go there, there's danger there. My mission by the end of this challenge is that I will walk across Langle without freaking out. But I just couldn't do it today. I started walking down there, I was like, nope, I'm going to go this way instead. Out for the final part of my walk. I've just hit 10 miles. I'll upload my Fitbit screen later on this evening once I've put baby to bed. And Lizzie is looking, we found a house that looks great. It's full of Christmas lights. Wow! Is that good, baby? It's amazing, isn't it? So, walking down the slippery path again. Doesn't feel too bad today. I think the leaves are a bit more compacted or something. I'm probably going to fall over now, said that. It's a beautiful morning. It's really misty. Someone's coming. Yeah, I still haven't quite mastered the filming in public. I feel a bit weird. If someone's around, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to stop filming. But it's really beautiful. I'm close to Langle, where I fear walking across, which is ridiculous. It's all in my head. I'm not going to do it this morning. I will do it by the end of my challenge. Well, I've actually only done 2 miles so far, and my legs are already aching, probably from yesterday. I did do some stretches before I left the house, but I'm so not used to walking 10 miles a day. 5, 6, yes. 10, no. So I've walked up to Titchwood Forest, and it's the smallest forest I've ever seen, and that's why it's called Titchwood. But
hello.
What does Titchwood do?
Titchwood is a tiny forest, which is a concept by Earthwatch Europe, and this is the first ever tiny forest in the UK, in our very own Whitney, named Titchwood after Witchwood, like a titchy forest. So it has the same environmental impact as something 30 times its size.
30 times its size, that's amazing. Well, just because of the different types of trees in it?
Sorry?
Just because of the different types of trees?
Yeah, and just how fast they grow, and if you have a look here, and just the level of biodiversity in there. All of the science behind it is on the Earthwatch Europe.
Earthwatch Europe.
So this land is owned by the Whitney Town Council, and Earthwatch came along with their amazing scientists, and the Whitney Land Army volunteers planted the trees. So it was a
Good job,
sort
guys.
of community effort. So in 10 years' time, it'll look very different to this.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
We've got giant baby in Titchwood Forest. It's a bit squidgy, isn't it? Squidgy pop pop.
Hey, look, Josh.
Mummy's here. Mummy's here. We're in Titchwood. Giant baby in the tiniest forest. So I've just gone and got a coffee, and I'm about to go across Langle. I always get freaked out when I'm walking across here for some reason, but I feel like I can maybe do it this morning. No pressure. Silly, isn't it? Don't really know what's going on there. I'll show you the terrifying place when I get there. And here it is. That's actually really nice. I did actually walk across here yesterday, but I walked with my family, so it's really slippery. It's icy, so be careful. Actually feeling okay. I'll hit record again when I get to the other side, but so far I'm feeling alright. Probably because I come across here yesterday with my family. I felt more anxious then, to be honest. I'm just going to enjoy it. It's an icy morning. It's really very cold. This big church or parish house here. I've always wanted to have a nose inside. Never got round to doing it though. Probably because it's private property. I can't just wander in there. Somebody lives there. But it is awesome. It's like a big old haunted house. And right behind it is a graveyard. Oh, beautiful. That field though, I struggle to walk through. But I'm actually going to carry on to the end. Well, I made it. And the world didn't end. I didn't have a panic attack. I feel alright actually, so it makes me feel silly why I haven't been able to walk across there in such a long time. On my morning walk, I'm going to do 5 miles, or try to do 5 miles this morning. Got my other daughter with me, yay! For some motivation. For the afternoon stroll. I did 5 miles earlier, and I might do 5 miles now, we'll see. But I'll do at least 3. Mama and baby. Here's baby. On the second walk. Done a couple miles already. Just to see how much I do before I have to go back and cook dinner for everybody. Well, I'm about to go for my 5 mile walk. I'm just chucking it down. I've been lucky so far with the weather, but not today. I'm still going to do 5 miles. Raining, it's pouring, and I didn't bring a brolly.
I did.
And I've got wet feet. I've got wellies, but they're brand new, and I didn't want to get blisters. Conundrum. Hey girl. She came with me. She came with me. 10 miles done. Until tomorrow. Halfway there. Oh, it's freezing. Look at the ice. my face is so cold. The funniest thing just happened. I was just thinking that on my last day I might do my last 10 miles in fancy dress. And I was thinking, what could I wear? Dinosaur outfit? Nah. My onesie? Maybe. Be warm. And I kid you not, I see this pink thing in the distance and I was like, what's that? And this woman, probably in her 40s, walking her dog on an ice cold morning, wearing nothing but a very short bright pink mini dress and a pair of wellies. Okay, is she doing a sponsored walk too? Or is she just nuts? Because it's actually frosty. I mean, why? I can understand if you just want to take the dog out for a pee, but put a dressing gown or something on, yeah. And I'm not exactly, I mean, I'm on a busy road. Just, what? I didn't get it. That was crazy. I don't know if that was the universe telling me to wear a pink mini dress on my last day, which is not going to happen. It's one way of attracting attention, but not the right kind of attention. So, universe, no. I'm halfway through my morning walk on day 7, and I could have quite happily not left the house today. I am not feeling it at all. I'm not so much aching, a little bit. I just feel really sluggish and lethargic and knackered. I've done just over 5 miles and I'm almost home. And boy, am I glad. Since about 3 miles, my thighs, the back of my thighs keep cramping and I'm in agony. It's been a tough morning this morning. I feel starkly different to what I did yesterday. Morning! It's Saturday, day 8. And I'm about to go and do 3 miles because I'm going to come back, get Mama and baby, and then we're going to go and do 2 miles together and do a bit of shopping. My second walk with Mama and baby, and I'm going to take this one a bit easier. I power walked that first 3 miles. I'm going to have a nice mosey round now. And that's it. I have wrapped up my 10 miles for the day, and I've done it a bit earlier today. Getting alright, but I think once I sit down, I probably won't want to get back up. It's a misty Sunday morning and I'm off out. I'm going to go and do 6 miles. I'm doing 3 on my own. Then I'm going to get Mum and baby and then we're going to go and do 3 together. I've done my 10 miles for the day. I am so glad. That was really hard. I mean, I've done way more than 10 miles because Strava didn't record it all. I can't wait till bedtime. One more day! One more day! So, it's day 10 of my 100-mile challenge. I never thought this day would come. Actually on the last day. And boy am I glad. Working with my homies.
Oh, hello.
And my homies. Yo, homies. So, we're on the last mile. Joe's been with me all day.
Hello!
And we've just picked up Aiden. He's coming to do the last mile with us. And then the challenge is over. And I'll be so glad. I have done it. We have done it. That's my 100-mile challenge over. And I am so thankful. All I've got to do now is walk home. Donate, guys. Come on. I've done my part. It's time for you to do yours.